What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another live stream for you. Day 2 recap, day 3 preview for the Cleveland Browns as we enter the final day of the NFL draft. Rounds 4 through 7. Of course, the Browns have picks in rounds 4 through 6 as of right now. We actually did have a 7th round pick, but we traded it away when the Saints jumped up to take Zach Bond. So yesterday was really good for the Brownies. And continued with their theme of drafting SEC players. As, of course, round 1, they took my guy Jedrick Wills, tackle out of Alabama. Great pick. And then last night, round 2, they went in and took Grant Delpit. Fantastic pick. I know some people are going to get on him about his, tackling issues, but he's a really good safety, very versatile. He could play slot corner too. That's one thing about him that I also could see us really utilizing well. He could play slot corner or nickel corner. We could slot him all over the place. He could play both safety positions. That's freaking awesome, man. But I love that. I like that pick. And it's actually kind of funny too, because right after we picked Delpit, Winfield went. But yeah, great pick there. And then we were up at 74. We traded all the way down to 88. And I wasn't too mad about that. Of course, we gave up our 7th round pick in that trade. But we did get a 3rd rounder next year. Okay. Now, our draft. So then, of course, we took Jordan Elliott. So we're beefing up that D line. I like that. Yeah, beef up that D line. Jordan Elliott is like first, second round talent, and we got him in the 3rd round. But hey, man, you put him in that second tier of the D line interior. What happened? My phone just went off. Jake Fromm is one of the biggest names. Oh yeah, Jake Fromm's still available. That's crazy. But Jordan Elliott with Andrew Billings and our second tier interior D line. That's fantastic. And then, of course, you have Sheldon and Larry as the starters. But, man, dude, I liked what we've done so far. I really do, man. I love it. We're focusing heavily on defense, just like I figured we would, except for the first pick. And then, of course, with our last pick 97 overall, the pick we got from the Texans when we traded them Duke Johnson. I think that pick actually could have been a 4th, but since he played, 10 games, it turned into a 3rd. And that got us Jacob Phillips, linebacker out of, you guessed it, LSU. I've mentioned this before, but we are legit becoming LSU North. I'm going to have to see if there's any more LSU players available. But anyways, let's take a look here. Let's see if there's any available. I know Ohio State has several, but we haven't seemed to really want any Ohio State players. I hope they realize it's okay to draft, OSU players every once in a while. I'm not saying you have to draft every single Ohio State player imaginable, but it's okay. You can draft a couple. Now, there are a couple of guys today who I could see us going after from Ohio State. Receivers, you have Ben Victor and KJ Hill, a guy that I like a lot. I think we could go after him if we're looking at receivers, and I think we will look at possibly getting a receiver today. Let's see if there's any other Ohio State players available. There's probably only 3 available. Trent Williams' agent released a statement. Cool. Let's see if let's see how many Ohio State players are available. There's only a couple. Okay. You have Shashawn Cornell, Ben Victor, Jordan Fuller, Austin Mack. It's mainly receivers. Yeah. I think those might be the only ones left. Yeah, those are the only ones left. Yeah. Cornell. I think Bowen got taken. Victor and Fuller and Mack. So a D tackle, 2 receivers, and a safety. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Bowen did not get taken, so we got a tackle. So KJ Hill, receiver, 3 receivers, a safety, a tackle, and a defensive tackle. Okay. All right. Wow. Now let's, just to be just for the lulls, let's see how many LSU players are available. Because we are turning into LSU North. Wouldn't surprise me if we took any more. I see we've replaced the Miami pipeline. Got the Miami the U pipeline with the LSU pipeline. They have a lot left. Shard Lawrence, Thad Moss, Blake Ferguson, Michael Divinity, Steven Sullivan, Adrian McGee, Braden Fehoko. Out of those guys, I could actually see us drafting one of those guys. Most notably, Rashard Lawrence, or how about Thaddeus Moss? Some people say he may not get drafted. It's going to be interesting. But, I like what the Browns have done thus far. The AFC North is just – the AFC North is doing really, really good when it comes to drafting this year. The Steelers have only had 2 picks so far. They got, Alex Highsmith and Chase Claypool. Okay. The Bungles, believe it or not, have had a pretty good draft. Of course, they got themselves a new quarterback in Joe Burrow. And then yesterday they go right out and they get him a new toy in T. Higgins. And then they go out in their final pick and they get Logan Wilson, a linebacker. So they only have 3. They literally have only had 1 pick in every round. They have no rounds with multiple picks. They have a 4, 5, a 6, and a 7. They pick first in every round. That's very rare you see that. A team only has 7 picks, and they pick first in every round, no multiples. They could trade down and acquire picks, but I don't know if they're going to do that. Now, we know what team really pissed me off yesterday? The freaking Ravens, bro. Really? I didn't say it in my Jacob Phillips video because obviously I didn't know. But legit, these guys like to troll Ohio people. Because, of course, first round they took Patrick Queen. Ooh. I think Jacob Phillips, low-key, is better. Round 2, look, they took J.K. Dobbins. Now we got to root against him. Fantastic. And then they took Justin Madubuike, a guy that I think the Browns kind of had their eye on. Then they took Devin Duvernay. And then, of course, right after we took Jacob Phillips, they take Malik Harrison. Wow. And then they got Tyree Phillips with the last pick in the 3rd round. They have 3 picks left as well. And then, of course, we all know what we did. So, yeah, I would give our draft right now, I would give it a solid A-. Actually, I'd probably give it about an A. It's a good draft. I'm not petty, because we did not get my guy Malik Harrison. I think it's just a really good draft. Now, looking at the needs that we still have to fill. I don't think we have that many more needs to fill. Let me see here. Wait till it pulls up. I'm looking on the NFL website here at the draft classes. D-line, linebacker, O-line, safety, receiver. We've filled 4 of those 5. So we just need a receiver. I could also see us doubling down on maybe a safety. Maybe we get a corner or another linebacker. Another linebacker would be cool. I would not mind getting another linebacker. They're showing Daniel Jeremiah's best available right now. You have Harrison Bryant. I could see us going after him, or Bradley Anae from Utah, maybe Curtis Weaver, pass rusher, John Hightower from Boise State, receiver. Some other names to keep an eye on in regards to possibly receivers. You have, of course, KJ Hill, Tyler Johnson from Minnesota. You have Jawan Jennings from Tennessee, if you want to keep going with the SEC theme this year. And then, of course, Jonathan Hightower. Now, another name to keep an eye on, that receiver, because I feel like we're going to go receiver today. Donovan Peoples-Jones from the team up north. How about that? I mean, that would be a good pick. But it would be really interesting to see what we do today. So let's look at the comments. What's going on, RQ3? How about them Cowboys? You're back. Yep. What's up? Chub Dog. Oh, my God. I missed that, man. Dingleberry. Yeah, I missed that coming up in the chat. Ravens had a great draft. I like what the Cowboys done so far. We did good. Only weakness on the team that was, oh my God. Hope we draft KJ Hill. Hope for okay. Kez Watkins. He ran a 4.35 and could use a speedy guy. Probably back in the Clowney sweepstakes. I could see it. Oh yeah. Hope we can. Dude, Anthony, stop it, okay? God, you're just getting annoying now. Antonio Gandy Golden. Ooh, that's a name to keep an eye on, too. Then you have AKG as well. ADG. Akeem Davis Gaither. That'd be a name to watch. Linebacker. Who's better? I'm not rooting against J.K. Dobbins. Donovan Peoples-Jones is a bust. Jones is drop passes. Tyree Cleveland. Well, I mean, if we want to go after a guy with the last name of Cleveland, I guess that'd be the guy to go after. Now they're talking about Trent Williams possibly getting traded. Of course, we were supposedly the team to go after him before the draft, but we got Jedrick Wills, and that eliminated us. In fact, let me see if there's any mock drafts for day 3 here. Day 2020 NFL day 3 mock draft. Let's see who the experts predict we're going to take. "24/7 Sports." Let's see who they predict. I haven't looked at a 24/7 mock yet. Mock projections. All right. So they predict we get Tyler Biadasz, center from Wisconsin. That wouldn't be a horrible pick, especially, with Treader. It'd be good to have insurance behind him. They have Gandy Golden going to the Chargers. Khaliki Hudson going to the Giants, linebacker from the team up north. Troy Dye That's a name to keep an eye on there as well. From Oregon linebacker. Darnay Holmes from UCLA going to the Jets. That's another name to keep an eye on as well. Damian Lewis from LSU. He's another guy to look out for. Troy Pride. There's a lot of guys to keep a lookout for. Lavert Hill, corner from team up north. Alton Robinson, the end. Jacob Eason going to Pittsburgh, according to this mock. Okay, Bart, you have Jake Fromm going to Jacksonville. Ooh. Let's see, 5th round. Let's see who they have us taking here. How about this? This mock has us taking AJ Green, corner from Oklahoma State. How trippy would that be? You have AJ Green guarding AJ Green. Now, obviously, that wouldn't happen because we would have Denzel Ward guarding him. But still, that would just be hilarious. The memes would be great. And then let's check out round 6. John Runyon going to Cincinnati at 180. Wow. Let's see here. KJ Osborne from Miami, wide receiver. So, yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what happens. Not really going to look at any other mocks because, honestly, I don't really care. All right. Oh, we have a better secondary than the Ravens? I mean, I think they're kind of on the same level. I mean, look at our secondary right now. We got Greedy, we got Denzel, who will hopefully be playing in a system that fits them now. Kind of like a press man coverage scheme. And then in the safety position, you got Sendejo, you got Carl Joseph, and now Grant Delpit. So, yeah, I think they're on the same level. Okay. Let's draft Gandy Golden in the 4th and a key. Yeah, let's go for the guys with the hyphenated names. Let's do that. AGG, ADG. Yes. Thresher, I like your thinking. Let's get them both. Let's just get the guys with hyphenated names. The guys with 2 last names. Yes, let's do that. I'm not trolling either. Let's do it. I'll call up Sashi Brown. Not Sashi. I'll call up Andrew Berry right now and say, you should do that. Sashi Brown, he ain't even in the NFL no more, bruh. Damn. Natane Muti. I don't know if we drafted Natane, but he's like a name to maybe look out for. Maybe. Geno Stone. Didn't the Ravens also get Devin? Yep, they did. Most talented roster the Browns had since returning to Cleveland. Yep. Oh, wow. Can't believe it's already day 3 of the draft. And we're less than an hour away from the start. Dude, this dude Tanner Antil on freaking Twitter just made a boss-ass freaking edit with Delpit and Jacob Phillips. It is absolutely beastly. That's actually really cool, though. I'll tell you one thing, man. We got some really good editors in this fan base. They make some dope-ass edits. I love it. But, yeah, so far, man, I mean, Andrew Berry's had a great draft. I would just prefer them maybe go away from the SEC thing a little bit. I swear, man, if they pick another SEC player today, starting in the 4th round, I'm going to be like, really, bro? But I remember, past couple years, with Alonzo Highsmith and them here, they did have a infatuation with the U. So now they're going to the LSU. But I mean, another thing about it is our guys are thinking with their brains here. They drafted 2 LSU players. Who else is in our division from that school that just got drafted? Joe Burrow. Delpit and Phillips face Burrow every day in practice. They know they know his way of thinking. They've seen him play like several games. I don't know how many years he was in LSU, but I know it was a while, a couple of years, I think. But yeah, they've seen him play. They know his way of thinking. In fact, freaking Grant Delpit went out and said that he thinks we have the best secondary, I think, in the league or the AFC or whatever. And I'm like, damn, Grant, you just show up and you're already gassing us up like that? Okay. I mean, I ain't going to toot my own. I know we ain't going to toot our own horn, but we do have a pretty boss-ass secondary, I'll tell you that much. I mean, we're actually playing the correct system. If we got these guys playing in a system that, plays to their strengths, which is like not zone, but like press man coverage. I mean, you get Greedy and press man, he locking them down. He didn't give up a touchdown at all last year. I mean, he did have a problem with DPI, but I mean, yeah, he's a rookie. He probably panics a little bit, not trying to give up a big play, and he just gets grabby. Can't do that. But I like what we've done. Now, hopefully we can finish it out on a high note. And then we got undrafted free agents. And if there's any big names that we sign, I will probably make a video talking about them. Either that or I'll just make one big video at some point in the next week or so talking about who we signed. But I'm definitely going to be tweeting about them. I'm going to be retweeting tweets talking about us signing undrafted free agents. So be sure to keep an eye on that. And by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, I highly suggest you do so. It is at crazy, KRAZY _DAWG at 99 because day 3 of the draft is officially here. And it'll be really interesting to see how they finish out this draft because, the most important thing, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And so far, we started off really well. But I'm really interested to see what we do here. But look, you know what's crazy? Minnesota, 13 picks remaining. 13! What are you going to do with all them picks? Obviously, they're not going to use every single one of them. That's a freaking army for a freaking draft class. How many guys have they drafted so far? That's a freaking army. That's a whole new team. I don't even think we've ever had 13 picks. I don't think we've ever had that many picks before. I know it's because, they got rid of a lot of their players, like Stephon Diggs. That netted them a big haul. Look at this, man. I mean, they only had 5 needs. Damn. And they've only used 4 of their picks. They had 17 picks. They got one from San Francisco that got him Gladney. What happened? I got something on my phone. Trent Williams' saga is still ongoing, and he could get traded today. We're talking about Trent. Buffalo, of course, that trade with Diggs, man, that netted him a nice haul. Tampa Bay, San Fran, Minnesota, New Orleans, Minnesota. Literally, get this. All but, excluding their comp picks, all but 1, 2, 3, 4, all but 4 of their picks were acquired in trades. Then you have the 2 comp picks. All but 4 of their picks were acquired in trades. And yeah, the Vikings so far, they've had a nice draft. They got themselves Justin Jefferson, so they got a receiver for Kirk Cousins. They got Jeff Gladney because, of course, they pretty much lost all their corners. They got Ezra Cleveland, a tackle, and they got Cameron Dantzler, another corner. So yeah, they've had a nice draft. And in round 4, they have 3 picks in round 4, 3 in round 5, 3 in round 7, and 4 in round. No, I'm sorry, 3 in round 6, 4 in round 7. In fact, they have 3 picks in a freaking 9-pick span. 30, 35, and 39. That is 244 overall, 249 overall, and 253 overall. I bet you by the end of the day, they'll trade some of those picks. And actually, one of those 7th rounders was ours. That, yeah, because I think they got it from Green Bay. They went from Green Bay to Cleveland. And then we gave that pick to New Orleans. And then New Orleans gave it to Minnesota. So that pick's literally been through everybody. It's like hot potato. Oh, wow. And then, of course, we had a pick that we gave to Buffalo, and then Buffalo gave it to Minnesota. So far, it's going to be an interesting day. We're the only team that has the cap space for Clowney. Browns have done everything for quarterback to succeed. No more excuses. That's true. Should get a big wideout. I could see us going after a wideout today. Not going to say I expect it, but I would not be shocked if we drafted a receiver. Delpit says he's going to pick him off twice a year. Yeah, talking about Burrow. Yeah, he says he's looking forward to picking him off. And I think Phillips or whatever said, one of them said that they're looking forward to tackling him because they couldn't do that in practice, obviously. But we're about a half an hour away from the final day of the draft getting underway. It's now or never for the Browns if we don't get it right this year. I don't think we ever will. I think we will, hopefully. Just got to have faith. It's the way I see it. But yeah, in terms of teams that have picks, New Orleans does not have any picks. So, they're probably going to get a nice head start on undrafted free agents. Get this. Tony Grossi, I'm going to say something about him here in a minute, too. I was going to say it yesterday, but I forgot. The Browns have 115, 160, and 187 today. Okay. They have 11 picks in 2021, including a 3rd from the Saints, the 4th from the Eagles, the 5th from the Rams, 7th from the Bills, and the 7th from the Broncos. That's just as of right now. KJ Hill going to be a good player for somebody. Hopefully. Tom Withers says that on Twitter. Yeah, he's going to be a good player for somebody. Hopefully it'll be for us, but not going to get my hopes up. And then someone else on Twitter, Kyle Kelly, shout out to him. He's like a NFL, I'm not going to say he's a big name reporter, but he does talk about the Browns on the Browns Wire. He named some guys that we could go after at 115. You have Akeem Davis Gaither, of course, the guy I mentioned. The hyphenated names. Ian Golden, Ben Barch, Ben Bredesen, whatever. Reggie Robbins II, and then, of course, KJ Hill. And any of those names would be nice. All righty. This whole Trent Williams thing is just getting out of hand. And then, of course, you got ADP from last night. I don't know what the hell the Eagles were thinking. They literally went out and drafted a quarterback in the 2nd round. Browns went all defense yesterday. 3 picks. I expect at least one of them to be an offensive player. Probably either offensive line or skill position. What could it be? No. All righty. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun to see what we do today. I'm intrigued. Someone really tried to troll freaking Mary Kay Cabot. I think because she said something about Denzel has an ankle during the season when he had an ankle injury, and all she said was he has an ankle. Someone said, oh my God. So Mary Kay tweeted out an hour ago, shout out to my husband for catering the virtual Browns draft for me. Ah, how nice. Chicken piccata and meatballs, steak fajitas, and a breakfast sandwich on the way. Nice. I've gained just as much. Okay. Don't need to know that, Mary Kay. Okay. And then someone replied to her saying, does he have an ankle? Wow. Browns fans ain't never going to let her live that down. Because she didn't say, oh, he has Denzel has an ankle injury or an ankle sprain. She just said he has an ankle. And everyone's like, oh, really? And then Mary Kay responds to the troll by saying, it's NFL lingo, man. An injured guy has an ankle or a knee, so you'll have to try harder to hurt my feelings. Wow. But I mean, technically, she is right. A lot of times they say, yeah, it's an ankle. They'll say, oh, yeah, he has an ankle injury. If you're going to say that, say injury afterwards. I mean, we can all see that he has an ankle. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to walk if he didn't. It's just so funny. You need us on a right guard. I don't want that to be a bad position. I think we'll be fine at right guard. I mean, Callahan says he likes Teller and Forbes. I could see us drafting one, though, just to be safe. I could see us drafting one. Or, signing one in undrafted free agency. I wouldn't say it's like an extreme position of need, but I could see us signing one or drafting one, like, 6th round, maybe 5th round. Heck, I wouldn't even be shocked if we drafted one in the 4th round. All right, so I think I'm going to wrap this up. But if I had to give predictions for what I think will happen today for the Browns, I'm going to say, I'm going to be bold here, and I'm going to say we are not going to draft an SEC player today, I think. Or man, actually, now that I think about it, I wouldn't be shocked if we drafted one. But I'm going to say, I'm going to predict we go at some point receiver, linebacker, and corner. Maybe we get an offensive lineman. I wouldn't be shocked if we traded down, acquired a pick or two in this year's draft or whatever, and then went offensive line too. But yeah, it'll be really. I'm gonna keep saying this. Oh, you say it way too much, man. You gotta stop saying that. It's my thing. If you've noticed, I say that a lot in these things. Freaking, it's going to be interesting because it is. It's going to be really intriguing to see what we do to round out this draft because there's a couple holes that we could fill. I could see us going receiver. I could see us going linebacker, corner, safety, offensive line, defensive line, punter, freaking kicker. Who knows? Nobody knows. I just hope, I just hope that we end this draft on a high note. Get some good players and get to sign in some undrafted free agents and then just have to go back and sit and wait until, the facility is open so we can see these guys on the field. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up. It's 11:30. Draft starts again in a half an hour. Been going for a good 35 minutes. So that's going to wrap it up for this live stream. And I will be probably doing a video or going live after the draft tonight or whatever, maybe tomorrow, and talk about what we did. So that's going to wrap it up. I'm Crazy Dog 99. And until I see you guys again, which will be in probably about an hour when the Browns are picking again, unless we trade the pick or whatever. You never know with these guys. But yeah, until we are on the clock, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.